Hi, this is Charlie Seymour Jr.
And this is Dr. Mark Koster.
And you hate selling.
You hate selling, but you need sales.
Right. How did you get here right now?
Well, that's a good point, because obviously you only came through one pathway to get here. But we sent you some information that gave you lots of choices. If you were a texting kind of person, you might have texted in your name and your email address and started an interactive text that brought you here ultimately. You might have sent an email in with your name and email address, and that brought you here. You might have picked up the phone, we gave you a phone number, heard a message, left your name and email address just by voice, and magically it sent you an email, sent you a link that brought you here. You might have scanned a QR code that we showed you if you have one of these cool little smartphone apps, scanned it, took you right to a web page, you saw a video that asked you to put in some information, it brought you here. All of these different pathways could be leading here. We gave you that initial marketing piece, lots of channels that you could come through that brought you right here.
Dr. Mark, wait. This is something you can do. You can do all that. You could have done the exact same thing we did. They can do this.
You're just getting this now?
Well, I'm here now.
Exactly. That's why we called it a demonstration. We want to demonstrate to you, and we are here representing you at the moment. We are you talking to your ideal patient, client, or customer.
This could be your video talking to your customer, client, patient.
And remember, we said these ads suck, and if you saw the video that led here, some of you did, some of you didn't, depending which pathway you came, but it sucks because it doesn't lead here. It doesn't build an experience. It doesn't allow us to be here on video saying hello and greeting you and introducing ourselves to you and building a bit of a relationship.
Say, Dr. Mark, in this advertising, in this marketing, there's a lot of psychology that has to be involved with this.
There is. The problem with your ad, the problem with what you're spending money on right now is that we know from research that at any given moment, it's actually kind of cool that it's always kind of the same number.
Right.
At any given moment, 3% of the people you're speaking to. All right, picture this. 100 people in the room. They're all the perfect person for your business, for your practice. Only 3 of them, if you held up your ad, would say, oh, that's right, I need that right now.
That's something I need right now.
Right this minute.
Only 3%.
Only 7 other people in that room of 100 people know they really need it. They weren't actively looking, but the minute they saw your ad, said, yep, yeah, I guess I do need that.
I could use that.
So 10% is the best return you are probably ever going to get from that ad, but realistically 3%. Well, we think that's just completely inadequate.
And what do people do if they get the mailer in or they see an ad and they're not in that 3%?
Junk mail goes in the at least I put it in the recycling.
I do too.
But
recycling right away.
It's junk mail. So we want you to get way more return on your investment for what you're spending on the yellow pages if you're doing that. Even if you had TV or radio, if you offered a number that brought people into an experience instead of immediately trying to set, we joke all the time that, you don't walk into a bar, walk up to a pretty lady and ask her to marry you.
You don't. It's much too fast. You've not built the relationship.
We've got
you
to
need the psychology of this.
And that's what we're talking about here. Here we are saying hello. We want you to be able to say hello to your ideal person. We're not selling right now. We're having a conversation. You don't have to love selling. You just have to do what you already do in your office all day long. You meet new people. You show them your expertise. You show them what you have to offer, the benefits of your service or your product.
We set this up one time and it runs and runs all the time, inviting people in to build a relationship with you.
Now, just because we're not selling, we're not going to stop you from buying. If you're totally excited by what you're seeing here, these multiple channels, text, email, phoning in, scanning a QR code. Well, there's a phone number showing up right here.
Wait a minute, Dr. Mark, these people may want this right now.
That's right.
You may want this right now. Use that phone number if you want to contact us directly.
That's our hotline. That's our hotline. It says, I don't need to hear anymore. I know what you want. But we're not asking you to do that. We're going to continue this experience and show you how you could build it longer. So we're going to tease you a little bit here. We're not going to tell you what's coming next. It might be a text next.
That's right.
You might find a voicemail message on your phone. You might get another email from us.
You might.
You might get an invitation to a webinar.
Yes.
All of these things are part of these channels that are part of what we want you to build for you.
That you can use.
Absolutely. So enough said, Charles.
Yes. Let's go on.
Call this number if you're ready to call this number and talk to us right now.
If not, we'll see you soon in that relationship building that we're going to be doing with you